So this is Diesel for We the People News. Alright, once again, I'm not an attorney, and everything I say or do is my opinion only. I never look straight forward. I always look around me to be able to protect myself by any means necessary. Alrighty, and this is a thinking video. So tonight, I took a little break of studying and all that kind of stuff, and I watched a Hallmark movie. And it was about a princess in America. Or, to my terms, the original United States. But on this movie, it would be America. Now, Athelstan was the first king of England. But most people didn't really understand the history because they never studied it. But Athelstan was the first king because the king of Denmark passed away. And when the next king stood up in Denmark, the distance was so far away from England, what they call England now, that just kind of left the people alone, which they actually liked. Now, can I remember the name of the king before then? No. But the people gathered around because there was other countries were coming in and pillaging and taking and all that kind of stuff. So everybody kind of gathered around and said, hey, we need a king to be able to do treaties with everybody around us. So they pretty much voted in like we voted president. And when they said, talk to Athelstan, and I may be pronouncing it wrong, and I know I am, but you'll get the basic idea if you look up the history. This is kind of basically when they actually broke away from Denmark altogether. And put Athelstan in charge of treaties and foreign affairs, which is our original jurisdiction of the president. The deal is, you to be our king, but you to leave us alone and let us do our business. Your job is just to have this title of king, but to be able to make treaties with the other people around us, other countries around us. Okay? Of course, when he died, it was another king, and I cannot remember where he actually came from, but it was Henry. And I believe it was Henry II, but I think that, actually, I think it was Henry I. But he was a king of another country, and I cannot remember what it was at this point. But he's the one that started taking more power from the people. And this is what's been led into the fight of England to be able to keep free. Okay? And this is how we end up having a constitution of 700 years of England fighting to keep their freedom. The end of the story of this is mainly this, y'all. In the real United States, a bum that you guys call on the streets is above any kings of any nations in the United States. They have no title and no authority over we the people. That bum is above kings. So how do I get to this point? Well, because in this country, the real country, not the corporation, we the people are their bosses. The president is our servant. Congress is our servant. Police is our subject, actually. They're not even our servant, they're our subject. Judges is our servant. They're only to be involved when someone has committed harm upon someone else. There has to be a victim. Now, dare I say it, every man and woman has a right to go out and make a living to feed their families. Okay? But sit and think about this for a minute. Back, let's go 1800s, early 1800s. You had a town, and you had bars, saloons, you had little restaurants. All right? They were doing commerce. Okay? But they wasn't getting taxed. They built their own little place on their own little land, and they bought and sold. The reason why they wasn't getting taxed, and the government pretty much left them alone, was for one reason, and one reason only. Because they was not acting in foreign commerce. Now, regardless what anybody thinks, everything had to deal with taxes and all that with foreign commerce. Now, they talk about Commerce Clause, but what they don't tell you about, the Commerce Clause is for foreign commerce. Now, the government add to this, right? But they didn't have the authority to add to it. That is the problem. Because nowhere did it say that the government is allowed to intervene in local commerce. Only says foreign commerce. Now, again, this is my opinion. But it is allowed to act and tax and permit everybody like King George was doing to their people that caused the war, then they would automatically add all this into taxes and everything upon we the people. But that's the reason why they didn't do it. That's the reason why they put foreign commerce. Because we did not have a king ruling over us. We, in all actuality, are the kings of this country. And when these people take the job of government, they're our servant. They are our subjects. Now, we take these words granted a lot of times. Cops always say, well, I got the subject in hand. I got the subject in hand. They really don't even know what the real definition of subject is. But the point being is that the bum on the street is above kings and queens that has titles here in America. That bum on the street is above president, Congress, Senate, judges, cops. How in the hell did bums on the streets become subjects when in all actuality, y'all, for the corporation part of the United States, we are being trained to be subjects to the corporation. And that bum is not part of the corporation. He is living his life on the streets, whether he wants to or not. He's not bound to no contract for any McDonald's or any businesses. He's not bound to the government corporation. So in all actuality, that everybody talks about bums. Bums is the freest people in the United States. Which brings me back to another deal. If we are above the regular country of the United States, then that also means we are above the corporation part of the United States. From our parents' ignorance, from our own ignorance, and from us passing our ignorance to our kids, as well as our parents done to us, we're in a loophole, led to believe that we have constitutional rights when we are subjects to a corporation. So next time you guys actually see a bum on the street, truly think about it. Who's he subject to? What contract has he entered to have any authority over that particular bum, whether it's man or woman? See, in all actuality, y'all, every one of us is public. All the bums out there, they're in the private. Them bums is even above us. Because they have no master. When you accept a contract for employment, for a boss man, you are his subject. He is your master. Now, that's not a bad thing per se. But that master also has master. Look at the other videos I shown a couple videos back. It just keeps going on and on and on. We have masters on top of masters on top of masters on top of masters. So, how do we get around that, y'all? Well, this is how we do it. We get on the republic. The state of, Texas Republic. New Mexico Republic. And yes, we have commerce, but we have commerce to ourselves that is not subject to the city codes and statutes and rules and policies that belong to the United States corporation. You put your business in the republic side, and then, y'all, we would actually have our true United States, real government that must bow down to their kings. They would truly be subjects to us. It's just a thought. No more, no less. Now, I don't know exactly how to do all these things. I do know one thing. I am looking. And I'm learning. And I'm stretching my knowledge. But I don't go to work every day and go home and sit in front of the idiot box. I go home and I learn. Now, I may be right and I may be wrong. But the one thing I do know, in my 50 years, I lost way more freedom than I gained. Now, since I am the boss of the government, the king of the government, and they are my subjects, how in the world am I losing my freedom and they are gaining more freedom? How in the world are these representatives of ours of Congress and the Senate and the President paying $34,000 to a gosh dang banquet of our money that we slaved for, that they stolen from us of fake laws called taxes that wasn't supposed to be here in the first place. This is my opinion, y'all. Am I against government? No. I think we need a small minority of government. But I think the government should be scared of losing their job because of we the people. I think when you actually vote, that the vote actually does matter. And it's cold out here tonight, y'all. I think our government subjects should wake up every single day worrying about it if they're going to have a job. I think our judges should wake up every day and be scared of losing their job. I think all our police officers and sheriffs should wake up and be scared about losing their jobs. And I think we the people need to become the bumps and gain our republic back. This is Diesel We the People News. It's just opinion, just a thought. Till next time, y'all. Walk out of slavery and become the kings and take the original United States back. The United States Republic. That way we can have true justice for everyone. And so innocent people will quit being beaten. And so innocents quit being falsely accused. And so innocents don't go to prison. Till next time, y'all. Bye.